Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I know it's been a long time. I'm here at Chris's house. There's Chris. Today we are gonna fix a lot of the little mistakes that I made while installing the long arms, and I'll bring you guys along so that when you install the long arms, you don't make the same mistakes that I did. So one of the first mistakes that I want to fix is on the lower control arms. There's two spacers. Those two spacers are supposed to be on the tire side. That way it pushes the arm more towards the inside. That way you don't rub. I didn't read the instructions clearly enough, and I messed up there. One of you guys commented, so I'm gonna go ahead and fix that. Another thing on this sway bar, it's a little bit off. See how this one's all the way to the left side, the top is straight? I gotta fix that so it's not all stupid. Another thing I need to fix is, now that it's settled, now that the springs are settled on the Jeep, I'm sure it's lowered down a little bit. So I'm gonna recheck the track bar because I am sure it's off. I've been getting pretty bad death wobble again, and I think it's because of that. It might be because of my tires too. These are really old and all the weights fell off from off-roading and going through mud and stuff like that. So I'm sure the tires have something to do with the death wobble. But the good news is I did order my tires today, so they should be in next week. And the wheels that I'm supposed to get for the Jeep are supposed to be in next week as well. So that's pretty exciting. It'll look a lot better. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get started with the lower control arms and adjust the spacers. So here's a better view of those spacers here. They're both supposed to be on the outside. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, so we're gonna stick this in, both spacers on the wheel side, and then the arm goes on this side. So that's what it's supposed to look like when you install this. Don't put the spacers on each side, just both on one side. All right, so that's one done. Now let's do the other side. So if you are struggling to get the hole, an easy way to solve that is use the ratchet strap from the axle onto the cross member there, and that'll be enough to pull it back so you can get the screw in. Okay, so I put the washers on the outside. On the instructions it says on the outboard of control arms, so that's the outside. But if you look up here, it's not, this thing isn't straight on the bracket, and I tried twisting it but it was way more off, so I left it how it is. So if you guys know, like, is that normal? I think it is, but just thought I'd ask one of you guys. Okay, so we have the control arms adjusted how they should be with the spacers on the outside. Next, I'm gonna check the track bar, check the spacing from side to side, and see how far off it is. Okay, so on this side, we're about 21 7/8. And on this side, we're about 21 1/2. So the axle is off. We're gonna have to push it out on this side. Okay, so we got it out. I got the jam nut loose. So I'm going to twist it out one whole turn. The reason I'm doing one whole turn is because it has the grease fitting on there, so I mean that should do it with one turn. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put this back in. It's easier when you have someone like Chris that can get in the car and turn the wheels, and that'll get it right in. But so I'm gonna put it back in, and then we're gonna go ahead and do a little test drive and remeasure it. All right, so I adjusted the track bar and also the sway bar. Now it's even on from top to bottom. Also, one thing I noticed when I had changed out the end, I put the screw that comes out closer to that side, so it kind of scraped on that and a little bit on the edge here, but it should be fine now. Oh fuck, that's actually really bad. All right, so I don't know if you guys saw that, but this was on the other side. It actually scraped this, pushed this out, and it bent the pin. I had to break it off to get it out. But I'm gonna go to the store and buy a new one right now. It kind of messed up the rubber right there a little bit, but I think it should be fine. So we are going to go to the store so we can test drive it, see how it's riding now, and that way the axle adjusts to the adjustment I made to it. I also have to buy a new one of these Allen bolts. It's what holds the joint on the long arm. I stripped it out, so I tightened one of them on there. I'm going to take it easy, go to the store and get it. And also I need to buy another one of these clips since the other one broke, and as you can tell, that bullet's all bent, so it's not good. Okay, so I was able to find what I needed. I got the screw. It is stainless steel, but it's the same size. So I also got a new clip so we can put the sway bar link back on. It's a little bit bigger, but it's pretty much the same. Like, the rod is the same size. So now that we're back, I'm gonna see how far off the wheels are. Okay, so it didn't move much. I'm gonna pull the track bar joint out another 2 turns, 2 full turns, and see what that does. Okay, so we finally got the axle centered. So it's 21 3/4 on both sides. It's pretty even now. I am going to tighten the steering, the gearbox, and there's a video on YouTube how to do that, so you can just search it up. Pretty easy to do. Other than that, everything is done on the Jeep. So we did accomplish what we wanted, which was to fix the long arms, the spacers, put them correct. I had to change out that 1 bolt, the Allen on the long arm for the joint to hold on to. Also fix the track bar, and we had to fix the sway bar since we were already there and I saw the damage. We fixed that as well. And now we're gonna tighten up the gearbox. So that'll be it for today's video. I just wanted to give you guys an update on what I had to do to the Jeep. I didn't follow the instructions correctly. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.